bust out that new keyboard and controller next week. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, orange. baby. Stop. You just relax. They can't see you. You stop it. You're fine. Yeah, relax. What up, brother? Dang, I didn't even know that was on. Ha! I had it on the whole time. Shit. Whatever. Shout out to Cap. That's what I'm gonna call you, Cap. Shout out to Cap, man. Shit. And why is there no music playing? There's always something that messes up, man. But Cap, what up, brother? You know, I would rather have messed up streams and things that don't go perfect, and kind of the, you know, like right now, I never know where to start because it's always been so long since I talked to anybody or hung out. But the thing is things are really hectic right now. But there's certain things in my life. There's certain things in my life that are going really good, but it doesn't necessarily mean life is great, if that makes sense. Like so let me explain. And this is just me talking to you, man. I ain't talking for the chat or anything like that. You know, this is just me talking to you, brother. I mean, you already know that, but we all know I work a lot. I work overtime. Great. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that Tony works a lot. Tony is not wealthy or rich, but Tony does have extra money to do stuff with. So that part of my life, I kind of like that. Well, I really like that. And I don't know if I'm the only person that does this, but so I work on the weekends, 12-hour shifts, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I go on overtime Monday and Tuesday night. I could do mornings, but I like night, so I didn't sleep. So as I'm working, there are many weeks where I don't get a lot of time off. Just whenever I wake up on Wednesday and then Thursday. Thursday I don't really count as a full day off because I got to be mindful of when I go to bed on Thursday night. I wake up 3:30 Friday morning. What was I going to say? So working all those hours, I don't have a lot of free. I'm working on changing it, so I'm not going to get into that right now because I'm not trying to stray too far from the topic at hand. But I'm working on changing that so I can have more time off, so I can actually do stuff, play Battlefield, mainly gaming stuff, because there's a lot of gaming stuff I want to do. I just don't really have time for it. But working all this time, it makes it easier when I'm working and money's coming in. And I'm putting money out. You know, I'm not buying anything major, but I do buy the foods I like. I buy the snacks I like. You know, the stuff I like to make life enjoyable, I buy. Lately, I've started this collection of popcorn buckets. I don't know how. I think my friend Alex mentioned it. And I've started this collection of popcorn buckets, and I really enjoy that. You know, and it's not really an expensive hobby. Maybe $100 a month, maybe 200. And then some months I don't buy anything. But what I'm saying is, so I'm working all this time. I'm tired as fuck. Sometimes on the weekends I'm so tired I'm closing my eyes at work. Yeah. Hey, there's some pretty awesome popcorn buckets, man. It sounds silly, man, but it's a healthy obsession. It's a healthy obsession. Doesn't involve drugs or alcohol. And I wanted something that I can like maybe display at some point. But with my anxiety and depression, a lot of them are still in the box they came in. And like, and I don't know reason behind that, but I actually in my room where the cat's litter box is, my storage room. It's a bedroom, but I use it as a storage room. There's a lot of other stuff that are still in boxes that I haven't opened yet that I need to open. I don't know what it is. I think it's a depression, anxiety thing. But when I'm working all this time, if I spend money, it makes it easier to work a lot. So, like, if I'm working all weekend and then I come in Monday and Tuesday, I only have Wednesday, like I said, Wednesday, Thursday off. I would only consider that one whole day because if I come to work, I get home Wednesday at 4 in the morning, no, 5 in the morning. And by the time I go to bed, it's like 9 in the morning. So, I wake up maybe around, I could wake up at noon, but wake up around 2 or 3. So that's half a day. Thursday, I have the whole day off, but I consider that a half a day because I wake up, even if I wake up at 11 or 12, I still got to be mindful of going to bed at like 8 or 9. I need to be going to bed at like 8 or 9 because what happens is I go to bed at 11, and going to bed at 11 and waking up at 3:15 is not cool. So that's kind of what I'm working with. But I do all that. It's a fucked up schedule. I understand that. I could work mornings on Mondays. So work Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and then go in Monday morning. And then not work Tuesday. But the problem with that, unless I do, I would really have to go to sleep early on all those days. But the problem with that is if I go to work Monday morning, not only am I going to be tired at work, but when I get off, I'll be excited because I'll have Monday night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. But I'll be so tired that Monday is a wash. I'll have to go to sleep. I mean, I'll be so tired that no matter what is placed in front of me, whether it's money, no matter what it is, I will end up, because I've tried it before. I've tried streaming, like getting out of work Monday, and I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But I'm just so tired, like my eyes are closing. I can't do anything. Like I can do stuff, but I'm just so tired. Like it's just like, it don't matter what's in front of me. I could buy my favorite game. I could, it doesn't matter. I've even tried going to the movies. I fall asleep. Yeah, exactly. But the point of it is I spend some money, and I'm able to spend money, buy a couple things, maybe buy a game that I won't play for about a month. But having that work schedule and being able to spend money leisurely, not all the time, but spend it leisurely, and still have money to pay for the things you have to pay for. That right there is a crazy good feeling. You mentioned damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's kind of like, okay, so if I work a lot, I can spend money and still have money to pay for the things I have to. Or I could go the route, and you probably know what I'm talking about. I could go the route where I don't work a lot. I have the money to pay for the things I need to pay for, but not the extra money. But I'm not tired from working. So, you got a conundrum there. You can spend money and work a shitload, spend money, work a shitload, spend money. And then when you work a shitload every week, it actually ends up, it gets better. Meaning you're working a lot and you're still realizing you can spend money leisurely, pay for the things you need to pay for, and you still have some money left over. I mean, that's like the ultimate, to me, that's the ultimate goal. If you can buy things you want, within reason, obviously, we're not, within reason. Buy things you want, food, stuff, whatever. Buy the thing or pay for the things you have to pay for, and then still have some money left over. Yeah. So here, tell me if you can relate to my ex-girlfriend. So we were arguing about something. We've argued about so many things. I don't know if you know about our relationship, but it's it doesn't even exist. Like we've just argue. She's at the point now where she texts me to tell me how much of a horrible person I am. And she's really one of the things that really got her is that I'm a cheap person. That I don't um real quick that I don't not willing to go on a trip away, and I'm willing to do the trip, but she just likes to spend money. And I know that's like every woman, but she don't do regular hotels, and she knows my situation has I don't have kids. I don't have the same financial obligations as most young adults in their 30s and 40s. So I don't have those same, and she knew how much money I had, which is fine. But I mean, she even sent me a text, and this is we weren't even dating, but she would say something like, "Yeah, these $25 dinners, that ain't it, or that ain't the answer." you know, I mean, she's not a gold digger, but she's like whatever is before that. Because I'm not rich, so she's not. There's nothing to did for, but she, yeah. So one of the things she said, you mentioned having money left over. One of the things she said. Now, hear me out. This was hard. I don't know if she couldn't comprehend what I was saying, and I'm not making fun of her for this, but she couldn't understand how, and this is exactly what you just said. She couldn't understand how I could pay my bills and pay for the things I have to, and I guess still save. And I think she could relate to what you just said because I can't, I didn't understand that. She said, "Well, how do you have money left over when you pay all your bills?" Well, you just do. And this is not us arguing type deal. This is just her trying, her not understanding that. She couldn't understand how I had extra money left over after paying my bills. And now I see, at the time I couldn't, but I started to think that maybe she has a situation to where I don't know her exact financial situation, but maybe she has a situation where you know her thing is she has bills, and just like what you said, she doesn't have anything left over. Now she does. She, I think I'm not for certain, not 100%, but I think she's very irresponsible with money. Um, but she's one of those players. She's one of those people that has a decent job, but I do think she's racked up a lot of credit card debt. I'm not for certain, but based on how much she goes away and does stuff, um, I think she, and that's her. But she couldn't understand how. I thought there was another facet to it, but she couldn't understand how I paid all my bills and paid everything I need to, and still had money left over. And I just thought, that's kind of, I guess, I guess it's like that term we talked about, not we, but me and her mentioned. I mentioned it to her one time. I read it in an article, but it's called this stuff's depressing. I'm just gonna mention this and we'll change the topic because I don't want to talk about this the whole time. But it's called house poor, and I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but it's basically people who they work and all their bills are tied up in their money that they make. They're not technically poor, but they don't have like any expendable cash. So if they make whatever X amount a week, and I don't know if people do this on purpose or if it just so happens to work out like that, but they, and again, this is the last thing I'm going to say about it because I don't want to talk about this shit. It's just stupid. I love you guys, and it doesn't matter. Money don't fucking matter to me. But it's people who, they have bills and everything they make goes towards the bills they have to pay for. And it's kind of like where I work. You know, there's people that make $20 an hour, $21 an hour. Some even a little bit more. And I heard a comment, somebody saying, that I think at the end of the month he only had like $20 left over. And all said and done. All said and done. And he probably has this 401k, so he technically has savings started. But I was like, man, that's, and obviously he has, have a credit card for emergency. But it's almost like if you got to use it, what happens if you need to pay it off, But anyways, let's jump into gaming, man. And I hate talking about shit like that. I mean, it's life, I know, but I just wanted to share that, but it's not something I enjoy talking about. Because money has always been a hot topic for me and my family before my grandma passed and my ex. But real quick, back to my ex real quick, just one thing. So where we are at with, I won't even say our relationship, but well, yeah, our relationship. We're not dating or nothing like that, but where we at between each other is I'm at the point now where I block her and unblock her, block her and unblock her. The only time I'll unblock her just to kind of entertain the idea of what she's saying, so I can see some of the text messages. But no desire for her to come over and have sex. No desire for me to see her. None of that. But she is at the point now where she has called me every name in the book, said all these things. I'm this. I'm cheap. That's a main thing, but all this other stuff. And you would think by hearing these things that this woman wants absolutely nothing to do with me. Like, she wants me to stay far away. But it's really weird in that she won't stop texting. And it's either trying to give me advice on how to live, telling me how shitty of a person I am, sending me what she bought for a Walmart order, sending me how her house looks. She redid something. And obviously she won't admit this, but it's almost like she likes me. She knows I'm not some creepy random dude that I'm sure she's tried meeting on the internet. It's kind of hard being a woman, getting lucky, meeting a guy who isn't, who your son likes and just not totally weird. I mean, I'm weird, but she kind of knows me. So, I just think that that familiarity, and because she knows me, I don't think she can totally let go. But I'm not lying to you when I tell you she's called me every name in the book, man. Every single thing you can think of. And not just names, just everything. This, that, bam, bam, bam. I'm, so many things that she is unhappy about with me. And I think some of it is just to say it. I don't think she really means it all, because if you read all of it, you would think, and it's always done through text message. We've had some arguments on the phone, but obviously it's a lot easier to text somebody's a piece of shit than to call them and tell them that. But if you could think of any negative thing someone could call somebody, she's done it. What up, brother? Wait. I know I asked this. Okay, yeah, but real quick, Ghost. Remind me who you are. I know I'm an idiot for saying that. And I'm so sorry. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I think I told you this. Your your Twitch name used to be your name, right? Jose C, and I think a few numbers. Is that right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, guys. So real quick, Jose. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with all that, and that's yeah, it's a long, convoluted thing, and I don't want to. I mean, I don't mind talking about it, but I know you guys don't want to hear it. But yeah, um, that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, so here we are. I've been working a lot, brother. Um, I'm right now in the thick of trying to figure out a better schedule so I can have time and energy to do stuff and invest time into doing things so I just don't have a day and a half off. However, with that being said, let's see how we feel and see what I can jump into. Well, let's see. I kind of want to play Call of the Wild a little bit. Um, what have you been doing, brother? If you want to, I don't know if you still feel comfortable sharing stuff like that, but like, what is your like week to week and month to month to do agenda is like? Like, what do you like? What is kind of what's your life? I say what's your life like, but kind of what have you been doing? You know, these last I don't know, 2 years, or you know, is there something specific, or you just been doing a bunch of stuff? Have you been working a lot, going to school? Um, I'm gonna. I really need to just play. Um, all right, on. How old's your kid? And what does he like to do, or is he real young and um? There's just so many games I want to jump into. Um, uh, oh, that's awesome, brother. Oh, you mentioned it. Dane, I forgot about that. You wanna, or you can just message me if you want. But I recall you saying something about a fire. Your your house caught on fire. I know you mentioned this, and I totally forgot about it. But I recall you mentioning that, and I'm so sorry if I forgot it. I think I was I was streaming and I was really tired. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I think I was really tired and or stressed or something. But I recall fire, but I don't remember any details about it. All right. Let's see. All right. Dang, There's just so much I want to play. I gotta eat. Oh my god, bro. Oh man. Damn. Is everything okay though? Were you able to save your stuff or some of it? Were you able to, you know, get insurance money for what you lost? Bro, man. For those not not watching the chat, that someone Jose in the community, he mentioned to me he had his upstairs neighbors had a fire and he had to move, and God. And it's just very, man. I don't know. I'm stressing out right now, but I want you to know that I care about you, brother. Like, I really do. Um, Damn. All right, well, I'm gonna use the bathroom and I'm gonna try to play something. Um, kind of want to play Hunt Showdown. Did you lose anything really? Well, first of all, I'm gonna use the restroom, but do you feel comfortable talking about this, either in public or not in public, or do you just want to forget about it? Because I know stuff like that, even if you didn't lose a lot, it's still traumatic, and I don't want to, you know, I respect you, and you don't. But I don't know me. I would probably think, man, I don't want to even talk about it, think about it. Some people like talking about that stuff. But I'm gonna respect you and what you want, brother. If you just want to tell me in a DM or in a private conversation, we can do that. Or I'm not saying we have to plan on doing that, but I'm just saying if you rather not talk about it and talk about gaming, we can definitely do that, homie. And I won't bring it up again, man, because I know there's some stuff that happens in my life, man. It happens, and I don't ever want to talk about it. I don't give a shit about it. It just yeah. I care about you, man. How long ago was it? But yeah, he for those not reading the chat, Jose had an upstairs neighbor. There was a fire. I don't know if they know how it was caused, but his apartment sounds like it burnt down, or half of it burnt down, and he had to find a place. And luckily, he was able to save everything. Um, and this is somebody that I care about. So I'm gonna use the restroom. Come back. We're gonna play. We're gonna talk and hang out. And yeah. Um. Oh, so it was some time ago. Okay. So you didn't lose anything really of value. I know. I know it sounds silly when you're talking about materialistic things in a fire when you saved your family and really really important materialistic things. But was there anything that maybe you lost that was kind of a bummer that you didn't get compensated for? Or maybe like pitchers? Did you lose any like pitchers? Anything that you can't replace? Um, but yeah, he's just explaining this to me, and it's just like it means a lot, man. It really does. Because you know, you've known me for quite some time, and you stuck with me when when I was even now. I still kind of get into that dirty place, that dark place, and but yeah, let me use the restroom. Type out, whatever you'd like to type out, because I would love to know kind of how you managed to get through it, man. Because I know a lot of times that stuff can be like, even if it's a small fire, it can just be really emotional. Especially having your son there and him not knowing what's going on. And at that time, he says he was 6 months, so now so, he, so his birthday was in July. Your son? Did your neighbor or anybody else? Did they? Everybody survived. I'm guessing, which is always good. I'll be right back, Jose. Going to use the restroom. Um, all right, everybody. I've come to the conclusion that I definitely need to start having a better work life schedule, because I'm realizing that having just Wednesdays and Thursdays off, it's not the move. It's not gonna work. So I really want to invest in a lot. I'm gonna figure it out. Like I said, I'm spending a lot of money, so I just want you guys to know that I'm probably gonna talk to Jose and end the stream. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. So I take that as a win. And obviously, I get to see Jose, talk to Jose, talk to a good community member, somebody who I respect and love. And but I was just thinking this when I was going to the bathroom that there's just so many games I want to play, but I gotta have time to invest. I just can't. Even if I jumped in and played these games, it's just like I need to have a day or two of just gaming to really jump into some of these games and play. So I just want to point that out. Um, and well, dude, brother, um, um, thank you for sharing that. And I don't know if you're friends with me on Facebook, or on any other social media platform, but if you want to add me or follow me, or I don't care about following really. But if you do want to add me or even just message me on one of those platforms, you can do that. You don't have to follow me, or you don't even have to engage with me really. I don't care about any of that. Or we can just leave our relationship at Twitch, and that's fine, dude. Because I think we have a pretty good relationship. Um, but again, yeah, we probably are. Um, so back in the heyday, I think I told you this. Uh, Early 2000s, late 2000s, I was one of those people on Facebook that send friend requests to a bunch of people. If I met somebody, I'd send a friend request and hit the limit. And I hit the limit, and then I started to realize, and I did this too when I would sign up for email notifications about or email subscription, email blasts from different companies. And over the years, it's really piled up. And now there's a lot of emails I get that are bad, just from companies that I have no longer interest in. That's the same how it is for my friends list. Like, I got a lot of people on Facebook, friends with, but and I may have an interaction with them, so I don't want to totally delete them. But it's honestly, I could delete 4,800 of them, and 200 of them are real friends. But that's why when you say we should be, that's probably why I wouldn't remember. But here, let me go back, use the restroom one more time. Sorry, I'm just kind of a little OCD, and then we'll wrap it up, man. But yeah, I need to have a day or two, man, of just gaming, because there's some games I really want to jump into and I want to play, and yeah, it's just something that I want to do. 1 second, brother. And something else that I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't really eat a lot, even on days when I'm working. I just don't eat a lot, and I don't like to eat before stream because I don't want my stomach to get messed up. But that's another thing too. Is like I need to really catch up on my sleep and get at least. I think I'm to the point now where even if I have one day of rest, a good solid 6 hours, I think to have it to get caught up, I need to have 2 days. Not necessarily long times, or long, 10 hours sleep, but at least like two good, you know, or maybe one good, but 2 good nights of just sleep where I don't have to worry about waking up at 3:15 in the morning. But yeah, I'm telling you, and when I jump into this, I'm telling you, things are gonna get crazy because there's so many good games that I want to play and that I want to get into. Breakpoint, I want to play that. Ghost Recon. Um, this is State from Duck Off. I don't even know why I bought that. It was like $8. Um, but so much. But anyways, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get something to eat. Um, Jose, man, we're gonna play. We're gonna have fun, man. We're gonna find something. Let me know. Keep me posted on how you're doing. I'm glad everything's going good with your son. Yeah, and let's. I'll promise you this. How about next time we see each other or we talk? Let's talk gaming. Let's talk about some games or something. And if you want, I mean, you know how I am. I'm not really a talkative person when it comes to party chat or voice chat. And I'm not somebody who's like, hey, let's play together. But, or if I play with somebody, again, I'm not real big on always doing party chat or chatting in game when it's about something that's not game related. But you probably already know that about me. I don't mind doing it, but it's just not something that, I think it's my anxiety and my personality. I just like to, if I'm gaming, I want a game, so on and so forth, and talk about the game, talk about winning. But with you, if you would like to, next time I see you, let's talk about gaming. I'll play something. But if you want, let me know what you want to play, and we can either, I don't know, play together, or you suggest a game that you want to see me play. Because I don't, if you suggest a game for me to see me play, I don't choose that game because I want you as a viewer. I mean, I want you as a viewer because I respect you and you're a friend, but I never I never say, "Hey guys, what game should I play so you guys will watch me?" I don't give a shit about that. Um I say that, I offer it cuz it helps me break my my routine and helps me try new things. Like if I tell myself to play a game, but if Jose says, "Hey man, play this," it might be easier to play it. Still a challenge, um but yeah, I'm gonna that's one game, and then I wanna play this from the beginning. I played it, and I'm at like, I don't know, like 30 minutes in, and I forgot everything about the entire game. But yeah. Oh wait. Um. So I'm gonna get something to eat. But yeah, things. I know I've said it, but I promise you. Um. When I get to go in gaming, it's gonna get crazy because one other thing to note, and I'm not using this as an excuse, but not only am I, just tired and have a lot going on, but my anxiety is still there. It's something I'm working on. My depression, something I'm working on. And one person at work suggested that I actually, when I mentioned my girlfriend, or not girlfriend, no, ex girlfriend from earlier, is to just block her and leave it that way. But all right, guys. Well, I'm getting a little anxious, a little stressed out. Not in a bad way. I need to get something to eat, and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll hop on later, but we we're gonna make it work. Love you guys. See you guys in the next one. I'm glad this is a good stream. It really is because it's an improvement, and I feel a little bit better. I still have a lot on my mind. I'm still a little stressed out, but we will we'll get it, and it will be we'll make it right. And like I said, there's so many games I want to play. But all right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, y'all. Peace.